Okay, so let's continue with our next video related to the Git concepts. Okay, so in last video, what we learned is we learned like how to configure our dependent mode, which is going to scan some of our Docker files in our some GitHub repo. And if there is any change, the dependent mode is automatically going to raise a PR. And in this video, this is a very maybe everyone knows about it, but I believe few options you definitely don't know. So in this video, we are going to know how we are going to review the PR, how we are what all the options which we can use to suggest the changes, and how we can incorporate those feedback. Like if there is a reviewer who is going to suggest our changes, how we can incorporate those feedback. What are the options? All right. So maybe like you are using your development work in day-to-day life, but there are very some useful options which we are going to see. Okay, so I have one GitHub repo. So there is everything is on the main branch. So everything is on the main branch. I have one GitHub repo. All right. So what I will do is, so because this is something related to the pull request, so let's create a pull request on that. So there is some GitHub repo. We are going to do some dummy changes and just to raise a pull request. So let's create a branch. So currently we are on the main branch. Let's create a branch. Git checkout -v, and let's create a feature slash test. So we are on the our this branch, and now let's do some changes. So let's open app.py file, and instead of index, let's create let's says index page, and let's make it I capital, let's make it P capital. All right, and let's save it. Along with that, in the readme, let's make it some changes. So this is a demo PR showing some options. Okay, and let's make it capital. So peer review options. Okay, now so we have like poetry package as well. So we are using pip file, and we have the log file. So let's add one more package here. So why I am using log file? Because there is an option how to review this log file as well. So that's why like I added everything almost. So poetry add, let's add some package. Let's suppose I am adding request packages. So what it is going to do is, so in my main file, in my main branch, I am only Flask and Pendulum, but in my PR I have the request. So let's see. So now git status. So I have updated everything. Let's git add, and let's commit it. Did some dummy changes. Okay, and let git push and push on this branch, not on the main branch, to raise a PR. Okay, so let's see. So now we have this branch. So let's create a put request. So did some dummy changes. Okay, let's create a put request. So now pull request has been ready. So let's suppose I raise the pull request. Now it's went to the reviewer. So the our topic is how to review the pull request. So let's suppose I am the reviewer because I am raising the pull request. Generally, the person who raised the pull request, that is not a reviewer. But like in this video, just assume I am another person. I have to review this pull request. Okay, what are the options? What I have to do that? So first, the requester, which is raising the request, what he can do is here in the reviewer, he can assign that person. All right. So whoever is the reviewer, he can assign that, and whoever is the assignee means who is working on that pull request. So I am working on this pull request, so I assign myself, and whoever review that, so that reviewer can assign to itself. Along with that, so let's see. So we open the pull request. Now click on the file change option. So because we have to see, okay, the person has did some changes. What all the changes? So there is an option called file change. So click on the file change. Now you could see what all the file changes we did. If you see here, okay, so we have so many options. We have conversation, commits, check, this commits, filter, conversation, this tab. Now click on this icon. So we have two view. One is a diff view, unified, and one is the split view. So it's up to you what you can do. So let's me click on the unified view and click on the apply and the reload. So now I can see the changes top and bottom. So the red one is the one is in the main branch, the green one which is as per part of my PR. But we can use some other option, that is the split. So split we is going to show me the side by side comparison. So it is showing me the side by side comparison, line by line. Okay, this line is chained to this line is chained to this line, this line is chained to this line. Okay, so we have covered this option. Like okay, so unified. And you can click on this hide white spaces as well. Hide white spaces means, so let's suppose I did some change, and that change related to the white space, that change related to the white space. So let's suppose there is a one line and I added some space here. So it is going to show me the green character here, green symbol here. That is, I added some extra space, but I that space is like, I know, let's suppose I know that space doesn't matter for me. So I can hide those white spaces so that files will not going to show me. Okay, so now uh, using this settings option, so you can use the unified view or the split view. Okay, so currently I am on the split view. So we could see, okay, this file change, this file change, this file. Along with that, like this is the reason why I added this log file. So log file, you could see I am not able to see the difference. What are the difference? Because they say some generated files are not rendered by default, and we could see load diff. We have to click on the load diff, but we will see how to see that. I'm not going to click on the load diff. Okay. So let's see like what we have to do. So let's suppose the person did some changes, and let's suppose I am the reviewer. I have to suggest something. And so how I'm going to suggest? So I will click here, and on this there is a plus icon, right? So I have to suggest on this line because he did the changes in this line, peer review options, right? So I can click on this. Let's suppose I have to suggest the changes. One option is I can just suggest, can you change this to PR review option. Instead of option, just option. So one option is this, and I can add a comment. But this is not a like a good approach to give the suggestion. If this is a small change, if this small change, instead of commenting that, just update that. Update means like, let me show you. So click on it, click on it. Now you could see so many options like preview option, this plus icon, so many options. So you, what you have to do is you have to click on this plus icon because you are giving the suggestion. Comment is that, can you do this, can you do that. Suggestion means you want that person should do these changes. So you are saying, can you do this? So the person has to do this change before merging that. So instead of just writing, can you do this, let's change that so that he can just click on some button and that change is going to directly apply. So how we can do that? So there is an option called plus minus. So I can just click on it. So as I click on it, you could see this suggestion box appear. And what I have to do is, what I want is, instead of option, the person should mention option. All right. And like I want the person should mention peer review option. So what I am earlier doing is I am just writing, can you change this to peer review option. I am doing that. The person might get confused. But in this case, now you will see the difference. In this case, I am clicking on the plus icon. I am doing the suggestion. And as soon as I click on the add single comment, so you could see how the, like earlier, if I do some comment, the it is going to appear in some dummy text format, but now it is going to appear in this format. And the person who is working on this pull request, all right, can directly just click on this commit suggestion or add suggestion to batch, and it is directly going to apply. He's not going to first, okay, what he did the changes, because I did the changes for him. He just to commit that changes, that's it. He just need to commit that changes. So one option is this. Along with that, so because this option is good, this option is good because he's going to commit the changes. If we not do this change, if we are not going to perform this option, the other option is this. So I, let's suppose index page, I want, can you just write index, def index, right? And I can add a single comment, right? So this doesn't look good, right? No, this doesn't look, but the what now the person has to do is he can just pull these changes, all right? So he has to do the changes in local, and then he has to push the changes, all right? So the best option is I can delete this command. I can delete this command. So the best option is I can, so let's suppose I have to do the selection on both the lines. So best option is I can click on it. I can click here. So let's suppose I want to do the selection index. Can you make it index, and let's make it P capital page, and let's make this small p, and I can add a single comment. So now you could see I said, can you do this? You have to do this. And now the person don't has to do it locally. I did for him. He has to just click on the commit. He has to just commit the selection. So this is one of the best option. All right. Okay. Now come to this log file, because because I added the request package, because if you see we added the request package, and if we added the request package also added in the log file. Along with that, their dependency module also added in the log file. But I am not able to see this, because it could be the reason that the person has added into the pipe file, but this poetry.log file is old. All right, maybe he has pushed the old file, but whether he has pushed the old file, whether he has pushed the new file, whether the package he has added into the Pi project command, but whether it exists in the log file or not, how I am going to see? Because by just looking the file change option, I am not able to see here. So the option is, you could see there are so many options. There is a source code option. There is a rich text option. See, display the rich text. So what I have to do is, in this case, where is the manifest file? Manifest means which contain the metadata. So this log file generally contains this metadata information. So what you have to do is, you have to click on this rich diff option. So click on the rich diff. As soon as I click on the rich diff, I am able to see, okay, the request package has been added, and the request package has been added here. Along with that, the other dependency has been added, because the request package has the URL lib dependency, IDNA dependency, and whatever the dependency, all these are the green symbol. Let's suppose in my pull request, I remove the pendulum package. Now, and if I click on the rich diff option, I will see on the, like, I will see instead of the green, I could see the, like, in the red symbol, that is the remove symbol basically. So, or if you want to see the actual source is generally not a good option. You can see that. So there is a source option, like, so this option, display the source, you can click on it. So you could see source. So source is generally not good. So manifest file generally get reviewed using this rich tag. So if you are the reviewer, you should aware about this option. So that's why, like, I am creating this video, because many developer don't aware about these options. Some developer will do just put some comment, right? So and some good developer, what did is, so they are using this suggestion option, and the person has to just commit the change. That's it. And similarly for this, like a manifest file, or you can say the log file, we can use the rich text option. Okay, so this, along with that, as soon as we view this file, so you could see this viewed option. So we can click on it. As soon as we click on it, it get collapse. So I can click on it. Okay, I have viewed this file. I have viewed this file. I had viewed this file. Along with that, let's suppose there is an app.py file. Let's suppose there is an app.py file. He did the changes here. All right, he did the change. So I have put this command, but I want to give some command on the, like, let's suppose on the readme file. So on the readme file, there is only one line he changed. So I am not, and there is this line as well. So I can do this command. All right. So, but I want to give some command. I want to give some command, not on this line, neither on this line. All right, but I want to give some comment on the whole file. So how can I do that? How can I do that? Because if I click here, it means I am putting the comment on this line, but I don't want to comment on this line, because this, if I put the comment on this line, that comment is specific to this line only. But I want to give a general comment on the readme file, So how can I do that? So if you see, this is the readme file, right? And if you go to the right, there is a like this message icon, and you could see comment on this file. So I can click on this, and I can give a comment on the whole file, not on the particular line. Can we improve this readme file even more better? All right, some general comment. All right, and start a review, or you can say add a single comment. So now if you expand this, if you expand it, so this comment is not on any line. This comment is on the whole file. This comment is on the whole file. Okay. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so let's see the other option. Now you could see this files tree. You could see this file tree. All right. So this is the new option which is in the GitHub. Earlier we were not able to see this file tree option, but this is not recently. Maybe it's been a year. So this is introduced. So now you could see like click on this file, click on this file, and you can directly jump to this file. You can directly jump to this file, or or you could see there's a file filter option, so you can filter the file as well. Okay, if you want to only use the manifest file, so only manifest file has been displayed, that is the poetry.log poetry. If you want to see only .py file, only .toml file, only .md file, so you can do the filter as well. Along with that, let's suppose you want to hide this tree structure, then how you are going to hide this? If you see this icon, this toggle icon, right, under this conversation tab, so if I click on it, so this tree has been hidden. So if you see this tree is you want like bigger screen, all right, so you can hide this tree, or you can expand this tree back. All right, so these are the options. So I think we have covered everything. So we have open API, we click on the file chain, we see how to change the diff. So diff view means, so this view, so diff view, we have do that. So we also see how to hide the file view, and we can see how to see the tree view. All right, we see how to type a command, we see how to add a suggestion. Suggestion means like this suggestion. All right, along with that, we see how to see the log file dependency. There is a rich diff option. We could see rich diff option. All right, so this is a rich diff option. So earlier we are not able to see anything. Now as soon as we click on the rich diff, we are able to see. Okay, so we also cover that. So we marked the file as view, which is also done that. Now we need to submit the review. We will going to do that. Now finding chain mention, use jump to button. So we can also like use this jump button. So there is a, okay, so there is no conversation, so that there is no jump button currently. Right, so there is no jump button currently because there is no conversation. So then there is a jump button as well. So we can like do that. So we can also see the conversation here. Okay, I can directly go to the conversation here. I can directly go to this conversation here. All right. Now, now we will see. Let's suppose I have submit. Let me submit the review. Let me submit the review. So you could see approve and request changes are disabled for me because I am the owner of this PR, and so I can't approve that. So, but for the time sake, let's say I am the different person. So I am submit the review. All right. So I have submitted that review. Okay. So now the review has been submitted. Now it's come to the developer who raised the PR. So now what he can do is, so he come to the file change. He come to the file change. He can expand it. Okay. And okay, let's suppose he update the README and he can resolve this conversation. And now this suggestion, right? Now he has to do that. One option is he can commit the suggestion directly, right? And there is another option adds, because if I just leave the command, if I just leave the command, that person has to do the changes locally. This is making their life easier, the developer life easier. All right. So, but now I am a developer who I raise the PR. What I have to do is I will come here. I can commit the suggestion. So I can commit the suggestion. All right. By some message. If I, let's suppose there are so many suggestions, because there are so many suggestions, right? So this is one suggestion. This is one more suggestion. So if I commit this, so you could see this commits. Now I could see one commit. If I click on commit, then unnecessary one more commit has been created for this option. Now, if I again commit this, one more commit has been created for this option, right? So I want only one commit for both this option. So what I can do is, instead of commit the suggestion, I can add the suggestion to the batch. Batch means let's do all the changes as part of one commit, not multiple commits for multiple changes, right? So add suggestion to batch means let's do all the changes as part of one commit. So let's suppose, okay, I am agree, I want to do these changes. So let's add suggestion to batch. So pending batch. All right. Now this option. So add suggestion to batch. So now both the option has been committed. So now there are two suggestions. You could see two suggestions. Now I want to commit this suggestion. So let's commit this suggestion. And let's commit this suggestion. Commit changes. So changes has been committed. So now if you see there are two commits, and if I click on this commit, if I click on this commit, and as part of this commit, both the changes, so this option and this changes has been come. But if I instead of clicking on the add suggestion to the batch, and if I click on the uh, commit changes, then instead of two commit, there will be three commits. And if there are 50 suggestions, there are 50 commits, which is unnecessary, right? Unnecessary commits. So better if you want all the suggestion to be committed as part of one commit. All right, so we have to what to do is we have to add the suggestion to the like batch, and then once the batch has been created, then all the batch has been pushed as part of the commit. All right, so that has been done. Okay, so we have so incorporate the changes. So incorporate the changes means so via batch or via commit, which I just show you. All right, so convert a peer to the draft. So, okay, so let's suppose you are working on this peer. So currently it's in open state. So open it is it showing to me it is ready for the review. All right, but let's suppose I am working on it, but it's not ready for the review. So better, so you could see on the right hand side, you could see where I'm moving the cursor, convert to draft. So we have to convert this to draft. So whenever you are working on any PR and it is not ready for the review, so you have to always convert to the draft option. So I have converted to the draft option, right? So once you see, okay, I am done now, I am ready for the review. So you come below and you click on the ready for the review. So now it will again go back to the open state. It's ready for the review. But until unless you are working on it, so always make it to the convert to the draft option. Okay. So now add a label. So let's suppose. So now if you go to the pull request, let's suppose I don't want to merge this. I don't want to merge this. I am just testing this from this branch only. I don't want anyone wants to merge into this. So let's suppose there are 100 team members. So one thing is I will drop the email to all the team members. I have raised this PR number two. Kindly don't merge this. All right, because let's suppose I am on the leave, the person will come here, okay, he did all the changes, he's going to merge, but ideally this should not be merged. And one option is I can change the title, do not merge, but this is not a good option. This is not a good option. So the best option, if you click here, if you click here, you could see labels, so I can add the labels, so click on it. So there are so many options. Okay, whether this is a bug, this is a do not merge I created. We will see how to create that. We will see how to create that. So you can like let me create one more, and in the big, do not merge. Do not merge is already there, but I want to, because I created this earlier, but I want to create for you. So let's suppose I want to create this do not merge PR. So create a new label, right? So do not merge. I can give some color. Let's save it. So now this label has been appeared. So now I added this too. So now, so let me refresh it. So now I has to add it. So do not merge peer. So I added this. Yeah. So now this label has been added. So now if I go to the pull request, so you could see this label has been added. So now I don't need to inform my team members, because as soon as they come to the pull request, they will see, okay, I have added this do not merge. So it's common sense. They are not going to merge this PR, right? So these are just like something which is like okay, one more option, I think. So let me open this pull request. Let me open this pull request. Yeah, I think like and yeah, everything is okay. Yeah. So these are now some options which we should know if we are a developer or if we are reviewing some PR, which are like very good option. Because generally I have noticed this, what people are doing is people are just putting some dummy text command and submitting it. Do this, do this, do this. But why can't you just like if you are doing this, why can't you just give the suggestion like this? Why can't you just give the suggestion so that he don't have to, so that the person don't have to do the changes locally, and he has just to click on that. Because if the change has to be done, then he will just click on that. If there is change is very long, then okay, you can put the comment. But if the change is very small, you can just do at your end, and so that he will see that pop-up option, add suggestion to the branch or commit the change. He just click on that, and that is like done as part of the commit. So yeah, so that's it. That's the end of the video. So yeah, so I hope I have covered everything related to the reviewing web PR. So thank you.